Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video, and today I'm here at Le Petit Lourdes, which is basically a mini reconstruction of Lourdes, which is in France. I'm very excited because I want to see all the architecture, and this is going to be a bit like Madeira in the Netherlands. So I wonder what France has done to make this masterpiece. Well, anyways, let's get into it. Starting off our day at Le Petit Lourdes, we came across a recreation of the Gare de Lourdes. The train station was opened on the 20th of April 1866 and is the oldest railway station in Lourdes. The station is also important for those coming to Lourdes on Catholic pilgrimages. Just next to the station was a stone statue of Bernadette with a few lambs. We went up a few steps before we came across Bernadette's birthplace, the Bowley Watermill. Bernadette Soubirous was born in the Bowley Watermill on the 7th of January of 1844. She was the oldest of 9 children. She had lived in the watermill with her parents for 10 years. She used to call it the Happiness Watermill. She was baptized a few days after she was born. However, her mother was burnt and injured during the baptism, so she had to live with a babysitter for 2 years before she was finally able to live with her parents again. We walked across a small bridge with a mini waterfall before we came across another more detailed statue of Bernadette along with some wise words that she had said behind her. We then saw the most memorable thing about Bernadette's life as well as Lourdes, which was none other than the apparitions at the MUSEE Grotto. For those who don't know what it is, I'll quickly summarize it for you. On the 11th of February 1858, Soubirous went with her sister Toinette and neighbour Jean Abadie to collect some firewood. While taking off her shoes and stockings to wade through the water near the grotto of Massabielle, she said that she heard the sound of 2 gusts of wind, but the trees and bushes nearby did not move. When she looked across the stream, she was taken by surprise when she saw the small figure of a woman wearing a white gown with a blue belt and a yellow flower on each foot. It was eventually found that she had witnessed none other than the Virgin Mary. Bernadette saw Mary 17 more times after that incident. There is a possibility that you may have not noticed, but there are red markings on the ground that weave around the town of Lourdes. For those who didn't realize, these markings represent the daily route that Bernadette had to take to get to the place where the Massabielle Grotto was. It may not look like it, but it was definitely a massive journey by foot for Bernadette. Sometimes she was unable to go and collect firewood due to the fact that she had a few medical aftermaths, including asthma from the spreading of cholera around her town. The building that you see perched on top of a cliff is none other than the Château Fort de Lourdes. The Château Fort de Lourdes was besieged in 778 by Charlemagne, but its origins go all the way back to the Roman times. This castle in the heart of Lourdes is also one of France's national heritage sites. Whilst we carried on walking, we stopped to admire what Lourdes had looked like 200 years ago. There were multiple buildings, with each one having different shapes and sizes. However, the majority of them were 3 stories high. The roads at the time were incredibly narrow because of the fact that cars weren't around at the time. As a result, the largest thing that could have gone through the roads would most likely have been a horse carriage. Towering over the rest of the buildings was none other than St. Pierre's Church, which was the same church that Bernadette was baptized in. Unfortunately, the church is not around anymore, but we still know about it thanks to Bernadette's legacy and also this humongous masterpiece. I know it's a bit random, but we saw a lizard sunbathing on top of one of the houses. Just next to the town centre was the location of the 8 mills that were once thriving with workers. These mills were the main sources of income for these people, and each one were directly next to each other. One common thing about them was that they all used water that came directly from the river Gave de Pau. Bernadette and her family actually used to live in one of these mills at the time before the apparitions happened. As well as this, there were a few structures that were able to accommodate over a dozen people in each one. These people were doing their laundry using the clean river waters. We finally saw a recreation of the sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes. This sculpture included the bottom and top basilicas, the statue of the Virgin Mary, and of course none other than the Masabio Grotto. We also got to learn a bit about the artist who was responsible for creating this successfully executed tourist attraction. Georges Simonin took 25 years to complete this, and he carved out each brick meticulously. The tourist attraction is also celebrating its 70th anniversary this year.
So we just finished going around Le Petit Lourdes, and I genuinely really enjoyed the experience because not only did we see like what Lourdes looked like in the 1800s, but we also got to see like learn about the history of Bernadette, where she lived when she was born, when she saw the first apparition with Virgin Mary. It was actually really interesting, and we also had a speaker, so it would be like given almost like a little bit of like a Dear Diary thing, except it's just like Bernadette's voice speaking, but a few facts as well. But anyways, thank you for watching this brand new video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please do make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!